Are the Browns setting SHEDEUR up to fail?
You can't come out and say the Browns are sabotaging him before he played. And now they're sabotaging him again?
What about the Eagles have we seen that makes you believe that they're capable of beating anybody?
Back Bills to win Super Bowl, ... because what could go wrong?
They did not profile like a 10-win team. They profile like 7-win type teams. I can't wait to let 18 and 22-year-olds go through the I made a call, to Vegas. I said, look, we actually need to pay for your
HERBERT Podcast NFL Style is back, and I think Geoff and Sammy P, the only place to start would be, we're all betting Phillip Rivers to be comeback player of the year, right?
He's so mad about this.
This award will never see a single dollar of mine ever again my entire life for as long as I'm living, because a guy who died on a football field did not win comeback player of the year. And so can Phillip Rivers win? I mean, I don't know. The voters are voting. I mean, people are betting on him, right? If he plays 4 games and Flacco played 5, you mentioned, like it can happen. Certainly can happen. Comeback player of the year is supposed to be not coming back from what? What's he coming back from? He just
Not playing.
But he's living a full life. It's not like he's come back from, he just decided to play the last month after his son's season
Just
was
like
over.
Flacco did.
Well, yeah, and Flacco shouldn't have won that award. That's the point. Yeah, sure. You want to throw your money away? Be my guest. But I mean, look, there's not a great. I guess Dak and CMC are probably the 2 choices.
Yes, that's the thing.
People have to come back from injury, which is what the award's supposed to be about.
Dak and CMC are having unbelievable years. He's not. Are we even sure he's going to play?
I think he's going to play this
He's
week.
playing,
Yes.
I think.
I think it's.
The
They're
answer to that
14 point.
question.
They're 14-point dogs. Which is that a number indicative of Rivers' play? Does that come down to 12 if he plays?
Wow, no.
It's a really bad spot for
He
him.
couldn't. He couldn't move in 2020, whenever the hell it was he last played.
He's coming off.
He's going to survive that
in Seattle.
Seattle.
In Seattle.
He can't make this number high enough.
Let me end the case right here. When Flacco came back, he was 100-1 to win this award. 100. Rivers is 18 right now.
Will bet it, he said.
I've told Will that
How do
he
you bet
and Will even knows he lost. He's like, it's going to lose. I know, but
No, he said he's playing with house money from the
From
Flacco,
Flacco,
money.
which I get.
Okay, fair enough. If you got 100 to 1, he got 81. He said, right? 81. He got 81.
I got like 150.
I just don't know how he's going to beat a Seattle defense that might be the best in the league with no rhythm. How is that going to happen? Because you have to win the game. Like, they can't lose this game. They have to win out, and he's got to make them a playoff team.
They got to win. There's at Seattle, home Niners, home Jags, at Texans. He's not going to survive that.
If he does, though,
12-1 is not
18.
It's the worst bet you could possibly make.
There you go, Jeff. We got there. We were just messing with you.
There are a lot of bets out there. None are as bad as this.
They're not. Can I, it's been about bad bets. Can I entice you guys on a double the underdog this week? The Jets getting 12.5 on the road against Jacksonville. The Raiders getting 11.5 at Philly. The Titans getting 12.5 at San Francisco. And the aforementioned Colts getting 13.5, 14.5. If you take one of those teams on the road to cover the game, who would it be, and why is it probably the Jets? Jacksonville? Jacksonville's hot. You're going to bet on a hot Jacksonville team?
The Jets are. I guess I'm like too skewed from actually watching the Jets and like knowing that their quarterback situation is absolutely horrific.
Is it the Eagles with their bad offense?
The Raiders are the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I agree.
The Raiders are the worst team in the league. But what about the Eagles have we seen that makes you believe that they're capable of beating anybody by double digits right now?
I'm going to admit something here that I probably
Please do, Sammy. It's just us. No one's listening.
If it's a math conversation, though, the total in that game, the Philly game against Vegas, the total's 38. I may have logged into one of our sites.
Attaboy.
Play at -105.
Attaboy.
Tease it to 17.5 with a game total 38.
Well, 17.5 is a little bit different than 11.5, but yes.
I mean,
who'd you tease it with?
No, that's no. It's none of your business.
I might want to tail him.
Denver, 8.5.
I like that.
Oh, I thought you were asking where he did it.
No.
I can tell you that too off the air.
Well, I have a feeling, but my point is that seems like a fun wager to tail Sammy on.
17.5 is a lot in an NFL
Wait,
game.
did you only pay 105 for the teaser?
So you pay 1.5 a leg. So the teaser ends up being a 6.2 team teaser minus 110.
Oh my God.
I know.
I played a teaser the other day, like minus 136. You're
I
like,
saw Fanatics has them at minus 170 now.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Denver's
getting
a home dog
yes.
against Green Bay?
2.5, yeah.
Yeah. So I took the Raiders up. I mean, this is a great question. If you made me answer this question right now, and if you want to drop your favorite dog in the comments, by all means, we love reading comments, especially
Why
ones that
is
make fun of me.
Green Bay a road favorite at Denver?
Yeah, I'm aware. It's going to make my card for this week.
I would go. If you made me pick a double-digit dog, I would go Raiders, but I much prefer a Raiders Broncos teaser.
Green Bay is.
Yeah.
I apologize because I've been like in like college football mode, post playoff
you were in
selection.
Vegas, yeah.
I was at the Hall of Fame. Like I have not given the NFL card a massive dive in. Oh, let me ask you a question about your teaser strategy, though.
Mm-hmm.
How have the teasers gone this year for you?
They've been good.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're also alleviated by laying them at minus 110,
right,
and not minus 130,
right.
140, 150 like all the books are charging now.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get somewhere we're getting minus 110 on a teaser because they're getting pricey here. Well, it seems like Bear, one of his best bets might be the Broncos plus 2.5. That's not an official best bet for you, Bear, but let's get into our best bets here. You do have a best bet though. You do have one underdog here.
Yeah, I bet the Cardinals plus 9.5. I think everybody's kind of in the line of thinking now. The Texans are potentially Super Bowl favorite in the AFC, or a team that can certainly get there. Arizona, I mean, last week was what it was. It just kind of spiraled out of control. But bandwagon, I think, might be filling up a little too much for the Texans, who I think got a lot of help from Kansas City on Monday night and her Sunday night. Sunday night, yeah.
Monday night was Eagles.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Yeah, because I was flying watching that game. Like laying close to double digits with Houston. That's not with that offense. That's nothing that I want to do.
So the team Houston played was the Chiefs. The team you watched Monday night was the Chargers. They play this weekend.
Good segue.
I don't understand the love for the Chiefs in the market. The Chargers are getting 5.5 here. The Chiefs haven't covered in 5 straight weeks. They've only won 1 of those games. And to be fair, they haven't been close in covering any of these games. They have not been a good football team. I'll take the Chargers plus 5.5. I don't understand what the market sees in Kansas City. I get the Chargers have their own problems. Their offensive line, Herbert gets hit a bunch, but their defense is really good, including their pass defense, 4th in passer rating against. The Chiefs have shown this year against better pass defenses, they cannot move the football, whether it was the Broncos, whether it was Texans last week. I know the Chargers, again, their offense line is not great, but the Chiefs pass rush outside of Chris Jones is not very good. They showed visible frustration last week for maybe the first time ever. I mean, Travis Kelce was on his podcast this week saying, like, things that used to work don't work anymore. Like, it's not working anymore. So I think the Chargers win this game. I know the Chiefs have a short path to the playoffs, which includes having to win this weekend. I don't know, Sammy, what's shown they can win. So I'll take the Chargers plus 5.5.
Can I interest you? Chiefs to make the playoffs at plus 550?
You cannot interest me in that, no. No.
How about a Phillip Rivers money line parlay? Chargers and Colts, 21-1.
Chargers and Colts.
Colts got to beat Seattle.
Oh, God,
no.
no.
That works. I was thinking
Finally kicked in. I was like, oh,
I
no.
was thinking a quick little beat there.
Chargers beat the Chiefs.
I thought you were saying Phillip Rivers, a comeback player of the
that's
year
what I thought you were saying.
with the Chiefs to make the
I can throw that in.
Go, Phillip Rivers to comeback player of the year, Chiefs to make the playoffs.
That would definitely
that's a Christmas present for Jeff.
That would extend your account if you made that parlay. They would keep you for a couple extra weeks.
All right, Sammy. You look like you're going against all your group chats with your best bet.
Yeah, I'm going to fade the Night King. Matcha with wires, Caleb Williams. I don't think they should be laying 7.5 to anybody in a game that's going to be minus 10 degrees with the wind chill.
What about the under in that game? It hasn't moved very much. I'm surprised.
Well, it's low for a Bears game because the
39
Bears
and a
have
half,
been playing, some higher games aside from last week, unfortunately, against Green Bay. Yeah, it's down to 39 now.
That's what I thought. Yeah, 39.
38.5 at a couple places.
So it's creeping down a little bit as people pay attention to the weather. It's not supposed to be like terribly windy though, right? I looked at like 10 mile an hour wind, but just cold.
These guys aren't going to be able to feel their hands though. I mean,
it's pretty bad. Yeah, cold is
off the lake. It's brutal. I wouldn't be betting the over.
Are the Browns setting SHEDEUR up to fail? by starting him in this game.
This is just.
He should be the starter all
I'll tell you
along,
this,
but
look.
now they're setting up to fail, right?
Shedeur, I think, has handled this the best he can. Right?
Yes.
I think he's done a great job
Yes.
with this. I know there was a comment after week 1, like, just wait till I practice more. And he's backed it up. He's practiced more. He's played better. Everyone around him has done him such a disservice for the way they've talked about Shedeur Sanders.
And it's not even like his circle.
It's not Dion. It's not his brother. It's the people in the orbit that have a need to talk about Sanders like this. And the thing is, like, he's done everything the Browns have asked him to do.
Yes.
They treated him like every other 5th round pick. Were they wrong about the evaluation? Probably, which we talked about when he was drafted. We talked about this exact situation playing out. Flacco would start, then Gabriel would play. He wouldn't play very well. And Sanders would come in and play much better. But the people that talk about Sanders have made it much worse to talk about Sanders because you can't come out and say the Browns were sabotaging him before he played. And now they give him the job. And now they're sabotaging him again.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from the Browns? This circus, by the way, when people talk about distractions, okay, this is it, right? Because the coach of the Browns, now he's not answering questions this week about this, but after the first game, why didn't Sanders get the game ball? Why didn't you do this with Sanders? Why didn't you do that with Sanders? Like, this is distractions, what people don't want to talk about. And instead, Sanders is playing much better every week. So, I look, the one question on the Browns, the Bears quickly, is that Kills is playing better, but he's only completing 58% of passes. I don't think we realize that in the way they're playing. So,
they're running the ball. When the Bears have success,
number one in most rush attempts.
they run. Okay, well, what's Cleveland good against? The run.
They're good on defense. Yeah. All right. Well, before we get to my bonus bet, we have yours now to win the AFC. Who do you like?
No, that's Bear.
That's your bet.
It's me.
Your bet. Okay, sorry.
I bet the Jaguars plus 750 with the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the A and AFC stands for figure it out. With three letter word.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
3 letters.
Yeah, ASS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Are we a kid friendly podcast?
I don't know. I don't know if we're kid friendly anymore. Yeah, the A and AFC stands for S.
Oh,
and not a lot of out of them. Yeah, exactly. We got it out. Yeah.
Executives are calling.
You're fired. Yeah, good. I got another year left on my deal. Pay it off.
That was a very quick response to that.
Exactly.
He said that one in the chamber. For
exactly.
A while.
We can't trust anybody here.
Did you trust Jackson?
Is because of the price of the teams that like we know are going to be in the playoffs. Like they're the longest price, and they have been like they could beat anybody or lose to anybody. Lawrence looks like competent at times.
He's getting better.
But
Sure.
We've seen it with Denver all year, just find ridiculous ways to win. The Bills are capable of losing to anybody. The defense is bad. We know the Steelers sure as hell ain't getting to the Super Bowl. Chargers got their problems. Houston, like that's the group of teams we're talking about here. Like, why not take the longest possible price of these teams that we know are going to be in the playoffs and take the Jags at 750 that they're likely going to get a home game. And then who knows, maybe they host a divisional round game as well, but they're going to win that division. They're going to be in. Why not, right?
$750 to win the conference is a big price. That's double the price on Buffalo right now.
Right.
Buffalo's $375. Buffalo is going to be another bet for me, and I also spun it forward. You guys know I've been gobbling up Bills' future bets. I do like the Bills to beat New England this weekend. You can lay a point right now in the game. I think New England's good. I don't think they're great. So that'd be my second bet. And then, Buffalo's 9-1 to win the Super Bowl right now. You can find a 9. If I would have told you guys in August that you wouldn't have to face Burrow, Lamar, Mahomes, and you get 9-1. In the summer it's 7-1. I just think it's a good bet in a wide open AFC, and I get the best player, and I don't have to face Mahomes. I wrote this up on Fox, by the way. And did you see what the editorial staff did to me?
No.
Did me dirty. Look at the headline of my story. Back Bills to win Super Bowl, ... because what could go wrong?
Nothing. We've seen their history. Nothing's gone wrong for them.
I must have given the editor Mercer. Like that, is that why they think, what a headline there? Good grief.
I get the logic and the math and the process of it.
You don't trust them. It's fine. I do.
And that's why
Well, Arco says you probably don't, so I don't know which one it is.
No, I don't write the headline. They write the headline.
By the way, that is one thing. Quickly for those who might not know, like we don't write the headlines. Like no one, the headline is done by someone else who's not the person who writes the article.
It's a great headline. I mean, I would click that story,
Right.
But it also like here's 600 words on my Super Bowl bet, and then the headline says because
so
what
that
could go
story
wrong?
clicks.
I believe it clicks.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's the plan.
My last wager, my super prop, thankfully has been dropped because I'm
No.
So yeah, who are the Dolphins playing this week? Just over
Pittsburgh.
tight end
Pittsburgh, yeah.
over.
Oh, there you go. They got a lot. Darnell Washington. They got a lot of options to go
Yeah,
over.
that's too many though.
Too many tight ends.
Too many-
Jonnu, Freiermuth.
Too many tight ends. I like the Patriots team total over 25.5. I think the Patriots off the bye. I think what they are going to do is run the football. Drake May has been fantastic this year, number one in the NFL against pressure. The Bills, the last two offenses they played that have been good, 32 to the Bucks and 34 last week, and then the Texans with David Mills scored 23 in between there. I think that the Patriots score a bunch of points in this game. Now the Bills are going to have to keep up. Obviously, they can still cover the 1.5 there, but I think the Patriots do score a bunch in this game.
Can we talked about comeback player of the year in a joking fashion because none of us are suggesting a bet on that. This offensive rookie of the year, which we thought was going to be either Emeka Ibuka or Jackson Dart for the longest time, and
We need a
it
Buka.
kills me that it's probably not going to be either of them right now.
Tet's favored, right?
Yeah.
Tet's favored. I don't really know why.
Well, Buka keeps dropping passes. Not
It
playing as well.
feels like there could still be someone to swoop in. Like, could Travion Henderson be that guy to swoop in and steal? Could with Denver's injuries in the backfield now and RJ
I
Harvey
don't
getting
think
more
Harvey's-
run?
I don't
Could
think-
he's like 150 to 1.
Yeah, but he doesn't run the ball well enough, I think, to win that award. Just my opinion on it. I just don't think as a player he's good enough to win that award. Yeah, it's who swooping and making this. I mean, Genty's not going to do anything last month.
No, he was never going to win. He was never going to win. Cam Ward was never going to win. If you bet the big thing in the year, sorry, that's your own problem.
It's a good question. I mean, if the Bucks finish strong, Ibuka can still win. Obviously,
I hope so.
We have that parlay, Bear. The one that
I know.
that's our leg that's going to lose, right?
Yes.
Tyler Warren 7-1? Question mark.
But you got Phillip Rivers now.
Well, we've already
Might not-
established he's winning the comeback player, so you might as well just.
and then probably not going to win again. Like, what's their updated win total? Is it 9.5 or 8.5?
Colts.
Right, they're right. They're 8 and
I took Steelers under 8.5 before last week, and what a dummy.
9.5 under minus 300.
they're not winning 2 games. How are they winning 2 games? At Seattle, at Houston, Jags and Niners. They're winning 2 games?
No.
What is there an under 8.5 plus money?
Not
mean-
here. Maybe somewhere else.
I mean, you could just do the rollover as well.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, could Quinshon Judkins win Rookie of the Year if he has a 4-game stretch to end the season really, really well? The Browns are just so bad.
How great would that be? You get Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carson Schlesinger, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Quinshon Judkins for the Browns.
I should have bet that twice. I only got down $47 on because they limited me immediately for the
Yeah, I would have bet that for you, man.
the Schlesinger one.
I didn't get that text.
I found the best number. Should read my articles on Fox Sports. One thing we will have
That's
out.
That's the
later.
purpose of the group chat, to tell us what you.
I think I bet you it's in the group chat somewhere.
I delete it. I delete it every week.
Do you really?
Yeah, that way you just eliminate the history.
You're a real pace destroyer these days.
Speaking about Pace Destroyer, Super 6 presented by DraftKings. Which QB will have-
Dictate.
Oh, dictate.
Pace Dictator.
I think mine's funnier.
I think it is too. I think it's
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of the pace destroyer.
Pace Dictator. Which QB will have the most passing yards? Drake May, Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, Shadur Sanders. Not Shadur in that win.
No,
I would take Stafford against the
That's what I-
Lions
yeah.
defense.
as what I said. Lions defense gives up a lot of big plays right now.
And
a lot,
they're
of,
hurt
lot,
again.
lot of injuries.
And they're
I'll go
hurt.
May because they're going to get cracked, and he's going to have to throw them back into the game.
You hope so.
I do hope so.
God, the Patriots have been number 1 overall seed in the year.
Pace Dictator.
Well, what is the so what are the Bills? You're a Bills guy. What are the Bills to win the division right now?
Oh, I don't know. I saw 17-1 to be the number 1 seed, which I would not bet. Bills to win the AFC East are ... This is great television.
No, because you figure if
Divisional.
they win, they go to 10-4. The Patriots go to 11-3. Chance the Patriots pick up another lot. What would ultimately be the tiebreak? If they split head to head, it would be conference opponent.
Conference opponent, yeah. They're plus 4.25, by the way.
This is at Ravens, at Jets, Dolphins.
Pretty easy schedule.
Bills are at Patriots, at Browns, Eagles, Jets.
3-1, maybe 4-0.
I think we're going to find ourselves a bet.
Number 1 seed or AFC
Division.
425.
Division.
Okay.
Think we may have found ourselves a bet.
All right.
I'll believe in the Bills to at that number.
They better win this week.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
Well, you said they're gonna, so
I did. You're right. Yep.
If you said it,
are we outraged at Justin Herbert still for Monday night for ignoring Laura Rutledge for 4.8 milliseconds?
that was a big deal.
For some people, it was
Big deal.
big deal. Yeah,
Do you know how much sweat Laura Rutledge and care that Laura Rutledge lost over that?
0%.
0.0000%, because she's married to an athlete who's been in that stage and she knows exactly what's going through them. She couldn't care less.
It's always the best when other people are mad.
And
about things that
Laura
didn't
tweet out
happen to
and Laura
them.
tweet out like, "LOL, like what a weird day at work."
I was just going to say, if I were to text her right now, she would literally reply,
Because
LOL.
Herbert gave her the interview.
Yes.
The thing about these interviews, the post-game interviews, and this is something that I tweeted out, but I deleted immediately because I just couldn't stand the stupidity of it. A lot of times, the PR person, right, for the team is
Right.
with the quarterback or the head coach and pulls them aside and says, "Hey, the interview's happening now." In this situation, because the game ended so abruptly with the interception to end the game, there was no timing this out. So Justin's going on the field trying to celebrate, and Laura tries to get him to come for the interview quickly. I don't think he knew who it was. And he's like, I'm celebrating. Like, I think that was anyone grabbing him. And then you could see the Chargers person was like,
Right.
And he goes, okay, and does the interview. Like, it's such a random thing to be like up in arms about the internet, but a lot of people were like, I just saw no tweet.
He
about
was
it.
also like shut up like a horse in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a broken
Yeah.
hand. He's probably not cognizant
what,
at all.
That turtle hits though. Works. It does work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work an entire game when your leg is messed, like when you have like a broken ankle you're coming back from. But for the most part, it works for most of the game. All the time.
90% of the time, it works every time.
It's good stuff.
So it's basically pain relief without like
It's
the
no,
numbing.
It's anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
Now, do you like put this in a shake, or are you like just popping a pill, or
Shot.
oh, right in the ass, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think they do it anymore. But yeah, it's there are pills. It doesn't work as well.
Oh, they did. I don't think those. You know damn well they do it.
Well, when I 2013, 14, 15 was with the Giants, like it was starting to phase out because of the lawsuits that were happening. Because essentially, like if you are concussed and you're on Toradol, maybe that hides the effects of the concussion. So teams were starting to like move away from that.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think teams use it as much anymore. But I mean, I had it most every game. Yeah.
I don't know how you. I don't know how you wouldn't. I don't know how you could get through a game. Every week I watch, and it's like I don't know how these guys do it.
When Mitch was in town, I said to him like, "Do you ever watch football and think how the hell did we do this?" He goes, "Every single day." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how. I just don't."
And I was joking.
I don't know.
I was joking with you in text the other day about how, like, when we saw the Chiefs have another offensive line injury, and I said, if Vandy were to call you tomorrow, like, how quickly would you be able to be in game shape?
Never.
And the answer was never.
My ankle just can't do it anymore. If I was healthy, could I come back in 3 months or 4 months or 5 months and play a game? Sure. But there's just no. I could play a college game. I feel like in a couple of months I'd be ready for that, but not in the NFL. There's just no chance. I could vet my way through a bullshit college game and be fine. I don't think I could do that in the NFL.
You ready to suit him up for Lanning
There's no
against
chance.
JMU?
I know I would need months to get ready, but the NFL there's not even I couldn't play when I was in shape. Like I couldn't now there's no chance. Like what Rivers is doing is I think it's crazy. I don't maybe his appeal to play is different than mine, but like when I was done. Him coming back so many years later, it's a lot.
I can't believe it. To come off the couch, grandfather. I don't get it.
I mean, he doesn't. I don't think he needs the money.
I wouldn't think so. He's played in the league for 18 years, right?
Oh, yeah, he made a lot of money. Yeah,
Had to have.
yeah.
Like
So he's going to start. He's got an entire starting 9 to play a little.
And some of the question that some people have brought up as well is, do we think like Hall of Fame and resetting the clock is on his mind with all this? Does he really want to play?
I'm not sure he's a Hall of Famer, anyways.
That leads to that debate. Like, is he the accumulator, compiler?
Well, so this is the thing we're going to have to deal with the NFL Hall of Fame moving forward because
Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Pro Football Hall of
Please say Pro Football Hall of Fame.
because players are playing so much longer now. Is there going to be a lot of guys that compile stats, and I think we have to look at it and think like, was this player ever top 5 and like for how long at their position? And, did they, then of course you have the Eli thing where like he played 2 postseasons out of his mind. Like, what does that matter to the Hall of Fame? And Phillip Rivers, like at any time, was he the top 3 best quarterback in his sport? I don't think so, right?
So either.
I mean, this is the thing I've argued against. Like, I know Frank Gore, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame now, but like I argued against this like idea, like you gotta like the longevity thing. What incredible! Like incredible, he played that many years. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. I think he might. Is Frank Gore in the Hall of Fame now? My argument, he's my poster child for that. Unfortunately, like he made 1 Pro Bowl and 1 All-Pro team his entire career. Excuse me, 5 Pro Bowls and 1 All-Pro team. I don't know, man. Like, is that a Hall of Fame player? Like, that's the thing with Rivers. It's like I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. So resetting his clock doesn't really. He was an 8-time Pro Bowler, never made an All-Pro team. So that means he wasn't top 2 his position any time in his career.
And here you go to your point, compiler. 241 games played at a running back, most in the NFL history.
First eligibility for Rivers or for Gore?
For Gore.
For Gore, yeah. So I mean, people look at him as a Hall of Famer. I just don't see that. Like
I don't either.
And like, by the way, we're gonna have this question about Matt Stafford's gonna be in the same category. He's gonna end up with. He might win his first MVP this year. He's gonna end up in the same situation where like he's made only 2 Pro Bowls his entire career and never made an All-Pro team.
But he won a Super Bowl.
But he'll
maybe
lead,
2.
But he'll be second all time in passing yards probably. So
I was funny. I was looking as you were looking at that. I was looking at another player, who's not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but he just got inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame when I was out. It was your teammate Logan got like when I'm sitting in the room and I'm looking up and they're introducing the class and they're like Oregon, Haloti got it, and I text my guy over here. And I'm like, oh my God, is he huge?
He's a giant human. He's so big,
and not like
so,
fat,
he's so
like
wide.
he's just huge,
he's just like a tree trunk. Like he's just a wide, thick human being. Great guy. Awesome. Glad I got inducted to the Hall of Fame. He's one where like, is at his specific job, he is a Hall of Famer at that specific job. But the problem is that job doesn't get you in the Hall of Fame, which is basically eat up blocks. Like Ray Lewis talks about like what he did for him as a player. But he doesn't have a ton of sacks, but what he did as a player is a Hall of Fame caliber career. But just they don't put those guys in the Hall of Fame. One other stat guy, by the way, is Mike Evans, because Mike Evans can end up like top for wide receivers all time.
And he's so well liked too.
And and that's, again, this is not maybe a debate for another day, but the Hall of Fame thing is really fascinating because we're getting to the point of stack compilers essentially, because guys play so much longer now. I'd rather take like a Baselli, who's the best player's position for 3 years.
Here we go. Boom. Yep.
And like got hurt, unfortunately, or Terrell Davis, like best players for 3 or 4 years, than take guys I think that played 20 years and just, we're good for 20 years.
And there's certainly a case to be made, and tip of the cap, you're able to stay healthy and play that long. But
health to me is luck. As someone who's always hurt,
and that's why, and that's why like you need.
Sammy's on the IR right now too with his busted ear.
I know. All I want for Christmas is Sammy to get his right ear back.
Is there a timeline? You need Toradol.
Do
Day-to-day.
people know about this, by the way? Have you talked about this on the show or no?
Maybe not on this show. My ear exploded on Thanksgiving morning. Just something infected, grew, and then blew out, and I haven't heard anything since. So, and they said it'll come back eventually.
Eventually. That's good. Eventually.
I'm still in the eventually stage.
All right, it's time to get ramen, Bear.
Okay, I want you and Sammy to go get
Are you
ramen.
coming with us this week?
No, my pickup is arriving to take me back to. I've been on the road since Monday, so I've been gone all week. Flew home from Big Noon Sunday morning.
I'm just glad you have money
Monday.
after Miami. That Miami money hits your account.
Yeah, that was good, and I got my check from the Westgate Superbook when I was out in
Hell yeah.
Vegas as well. So wasn't as much as I wanted, but
Hey, man.
it's more than what I have. And once Miami beats Oregon in the college football playoff and Phillip Rivers wins the comeback player of the
Are
year,
we going to that game, by the way, if that happens? We have to, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's Oregon Miami, we're absolutely going to the game.
Are we gonna get to like cool, like be in the field and do cool stuff because of your connections?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, I'm in.
Yeah, I kind of eased up on the playoff selection committee and told them and kind of said I've been hard on them, but you know what? In the end, they got it right. The process was screwed up. So I know this is NFL, but we're talking
Oregon has to
Miami.
play at Miami, Atlanta, Miami. Those are the three sites that have to win playoff games after Eugene. It's a long flight.
The other and the funny thing with Miami is like people already are talking about this. Like Miami fans are like, okay, with A&M, College Station, if we beat them, then we get to play Ohio State. We go back to Dallas and Ohio State avenge that win from the 2003 Fiesta Bowl, and then after that, we win. Carson Beck can play Georgia and get back at them, and then in the title game, it could be Mario over Lanning in Oregon or Miami over Mendoza, Miami guys. So people are already planning this out. Which of course, how much fun would that be? Which means, of course, it's not going to happen.
Never happened.
Be too bad, but if it did,
We're there.
it would be a hell of a weekend. So, and you Sammy, if you get your hearing back, you can come too,
Thanks.
or even if you don't get your hearing.
What?
On that note, Sammy, for Jeff, have a great weekend in the NFL. Remember, let's see that.